kind of want to get it on record what we was talking about just a second ago.
Already?
Yeah, throw that in there.
All right.
I don't give a
Throw that in there.
fuck,
I
bro.
gotta hear
I
that.
think Anthony Edwards is a superstar, and I think okay, maybe I'm reaching when I say he's on the same level as Ja Morant.
That's
you.
all I care
But
about.
he's
That's
not
all
far. He's not far. You
Okay.
act like it's like a big ass
Tell the
distance
people.
race.
Tell the people what we talking about.
Okay.
I
So-
said that Anthony Edwards. Okay, let me just say this. At first, I said that Anthony Edwards is just as much of a star as Ja Morant. It's a reach. I get it. I do get that. But I also don't think that Anthony Edwards is very far away from Ja Morant.
You can make a case for that, but when you were saying that they was on the same level,
Okay.
that was not true.
Also, consider this. Ja's in his third year, correct?
Anthony's in the second.
Anthony's in his second. And if Anthony Edwards is averaging 25, which he is, that's a big deal in his second year.
It is, but Ja Morant was established already first
Okay.
year.
Also,
Yeah.
let me just say this too. Why I can also make an argument that Anthony Edwards is. The Timberwolves need Anthony Edwards.
They do. That's for
Memphis didn't need Ja Morant. They won
Yes,
more games.
they did. They won with Mike Conley.
No. This year, Prentice, they won more games without Ja Morant.
I will
this
give you
year
that one because
Desmond Bain is killing it.
How long was John Morant out versus how long
He
was
missed
They
like
went-
30 games.
they went like 23-5 without him or something like that. I'll give him that.
That's
'cause
incredible.
At first, his first 2 years, the Grizzlies were terrible.
They needed him.
Exactly.
They
yes.
needed him.
Yes.
But now they don't need him as much because they built more around him.
There you go.
But still, like my case, they didn't technically need him.
Look at the seed.
They need
too.
him now in
Memphis,
playoffs.
Memphis is what seed?
They're third.
Okay.
The two actually.
Actually, they're
Actually,
two.
second,
They're
right?
two. Okay.
Minnesota
Yeah,
So
yeah.
seventh.
Memphis is the second seed. The team that needs the superstar Anthony Edwards is what seed?
7.
The West is hard. You act like you're not taking that into consideration. The division.
Roger. What I'm taking into consideration is placement. What I'm saying is the guy took his team to the second seed.
Well, okay.
And the other guy
he didn't
took
take
his
them
team.
to the second seed.
I'd say the
23-5.
The West
no,
is
you
top
missed
heavy.
half. That's like a quarter of the year.
The West is
Come
what?
on now.
The West is top heavy.
I'm building
Yeah.
around John Morant.
You get them.
I can agree with that.
Because if I'm building around John Morant, I could put guys on the team like Desmond Bain.
I
but
agree
if I had
with that.
Anthony Edwards,
You're
I
not
can't do
wrong.
that.
Yeah,
So
they
build-
obviously are building around Anthony Edwards. They're not building around Karl Anthony Towns because he's boo boo.
Wait, they're not really building
They're
around.
not building
Ever.
around D'Angelo Russell
They
because he's
haven't really added any pieces.
Patrick Beverly is a piece that they added.
Come on, bro.
Are you really saying his defense isn't a key factor
Roger.
of being on a winning
Patrick-
team?
Shit about no Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly is not the addition to add to Anthony Edwards. They're
my
not
God.
building around Anthony Edwards with Patrick Beverly. they got Patrick Beverly because he's Patrick Beverly.
If you give me somebody
You're
to
putting a
build,
piece around him. Anthony Edwards is the best player on that team.
You know-
You're
you know-
building around him. He doesn't.
Do you know what it means to build
Yes,
to build around
I
somebody?
do.
It means
Does
to,
Anthony Edwards guarding their best player? Who's guarding the best guards? Who?
it's usually Pat.
Exactly. Because
Roger,
Anthony Edwards doesn't have to.
Roger, building around somebody is putting pieces around that player that make that player better. That's what building around people
if you're my superstar,
Patrick Beverly is not making Anthony Edwards better.
if you're my
Anthony
superstar,
Edwards is not
Oh my
passing him the
God.
ball or receiving the ball from Patrick Beverly in the spots where he's scoring. That's not happening.
if you think about all
He
the players,
doesn't.
that's,
You're okay. Go ahead, Robbie.
if
Sorry,
you
go
think
ahead.
about all the players that's in the league, and let's say you're the superstar of whatever team, the first player that they think about is not going to be Patrick Beverly.
Of course not.
But
That's not what I said.
that's not really Patrick Beverly's bounced around, so it's kind of like
And every team he's been on been
Right.
to the playoffs.
Is he on a 1-year contract with Timberwolves? No, that's not building around him.
it's not.
That's not.
Dude, they build around people all the time that and they put them on 1-year contracts
I'm not thinking about no Patrick
all the
Beverly.
time. I didn't say that though. You guys are taking one guy that I said that because honestly, Anthony Edwards was drafted to a team.
No. I'm not taking what I'm
No, yes, you are absolutely.
Who else?
He was drafted to a team that already had a solid player in Karl Anthony Towns and already had D'Angelo Russell. You don't need to add a bunch of pieces. Patrick Beverley is a big deal because he guards the best player, the best guard on every team. Anthony Edwards doesn't have to guard the best guard on every team because he has Patrick Beverley. Even right now, Patrick Beverley's not locking up Ja Morant, but if you watch the games, Patrick Beverley's doing a really good job on Ja. Ja's been struggling.
What I'm saying
There's no
is they have not built around Anthony Edwards yet. They will, but they have not built
That's
around.
not what you said at first.
That's what I did say. I said they.
You said no. You
I said they
said-
haven't added any pieces. So how could you say they're building around Anthony Edwards?
They're in the playoffs. They weren't in the playoffs for 6 straight years. With practically the same team except one guy, Anthony Edwards.
There you go. That's the
My point is being made even better about
No,
Anthony
that was my
Edwards' star
point.
power.
That was my point. My point was when you talk about building, I have nothing against Anthony Edwards. Matter of fact, he's one of my favorite players.
It doesn't sound like it. You're shitting on him this whole time.
I just said he's not on Jaws level. So I was talking about.
And I agreed with you after the fact that I said that was a reach. And I also said that he's not far.
And I said that if I'm building a team,
I agreed with you on that too.
then we agreed on the team.
No, that's not my point.
All right.